All right, y'all. I may look a little sweaty, a little bit, maybe a lot. I don't know how I look, but we're back, y'all. It's not even like, oh, we're back. I don't think I filmed a video since, like, legit filmed a video since before I went on vacation. And that's kind of wild. I know, it's kind of wild. But I'm here to say I'm back. I'm trying to get in a routine of coming home, filming, editing, doing everything I need to do because school has started. Today was our third day of school, and today was not bad. It was a little rough, but it wasn't bad. You know, just trying to get the kids acclimated back with school and making sure that everything is good. It's just a little hectic, you know. First couple of weeks of school, it's really kind of like, but I'm here. I'm ready to film a video. So let's go ahead and get started. For today's video, we're going to be looking at my July reads. And I'm kind of happy about July because I did get a lot of books done. I didn't get as much done because my TBR was so ambitious. It was just kind of crazy. And I knew I was not going to get all those books done. But to get most of these books done, I'm fairly happy with that. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Now, the first book I read in the month of July is Powerless, and I absolutely love Powerless. Such a great book. I cannot wait to read the final book, y'all. That gives y'all a hint right there. Cannot read the final book. I cannot wait. Wait. I'm trying to finish the book that I'm in right now. I am currently in a book slump, so that's what that is. But Powerless was the first book, and that was a 5-star for me. Love it. 5-star. Then we have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. And this book right here was a 4.5 star. And I absolutely love. I love this book so much. When I was reading it, it was just like the perfect time. It was like I was about to go on vacation. So this book right here was not a 5-star read for me. If you do know, that her other books was definitely a 5-star read for me. But this one was a 4.5. I feel like it was just missing a little something. I'm not sure what it was, but I do know that. I did write my ratings down too, so I don't remember exactly what all of these books were about because I read them so long ago. I read all these books really in the first week to 2 weeks in July, and that's why. And then I do have some manga, so I'm going to show you guys as well. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. This is actually a pretty decent series. I think I'm actually going to continue this series. This was a great series. I don't really rate mangas. I just feel like they were like palate cleansers for me. And I think I actually just need to read a manga for me to get back into reading as well to get me out of this slump. But we have Fire Force. I actually like Fire Force, y'all. Like this is a manga as well. And this has a lot of books. I'm going to go and buy the 3-in-1s. I feel like the 3-in-1s won't hold as much room on my shelf as these actual books, but yeah, I did read those 2 mangas. Those were palate cleansers. Then we did read Reckless. I don't think Reckless was on the TBR, but I ended up like straying away. But Reckless, love it, 5 stars. Y'all, I love this series so much. I have the last book to read, and I'm going to read that fairly soon. I think that might be the book to get me out the book slump, but I know for sure, like, I have to finish the book that I'm in the middle of. I am sluggishly getting through that book. Like, hopefully I can get at least some of it done today. I know I have a lot of editing to do. I wanted to get at least 1 to 2 videos edited. I got a lot of editing to do. Hopefully I can have the time and the patience to sit there and just read it, just finish it, just do something for it. I just don't know right now. But that's 5-star book, 5-star for me. I love this series. It's like cowgirl romance. I'm just loving. This morning gave such fall vibes. It was kind of crazy. Even though it's hot now, this morning gives fall vibes. So that's why I'm kind of like eager to get that last book done in that series. Then we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but did this book have a lot more spice than her usual books, or what she has? So basically, this is a football player, and she is our manager. I think that's what she is. She was like a manager. She was trying to help like his career or whatever the case may be. This book had a lot of spice. Even though I love me some spice. I love spice. I wouldn't say I love spice, but I love spice. But Sarah Adams, when I think of her, I definitely think of like closed door spice. Warning, this is not closed door spice. It has everything in it. Then we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Now, I don't think I'm going to finish this series. I enjoyed the book. It was just a little bit too much for me in the moment of when I was reading it. It just used too much brain power when I wasn't really trying to give brain power. So I don't think I'm going to finish this book. But I do want to at least read another Leigh Bardugo book. Because the book was not bad. It just used too much brain power with that I didn't have the capability to do. And in that moment, I did not have the capability of actually using my brain. I just wanted to just read to read. And this is not what it gave. It gave, you had to pay attention to every detail of this book or you're going to miss something. And that book right there was a 3-star for me. It wasn't a bad book. I enjoyed it. Just wasn't the moment or the time for me to read that. Then we did complete a series this month, and that is Legendary. I love this. 4.5 star for me. I love this book. So this is the second book. Now, I enjoyed this book. The first book, Caraval. I didn't really like that. This one, 4.5 stars for me. I absolutely love this book right here. And I'm not going to go into depth with this series because if you have not read the first one, it just doesn't make sense for me to go into depth with the second. Excuse me. Then we have the third book, and to finish it off, I cannot personally wait to start reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I love this. I love the second and the third book in this series. I love this. 4.5 star for me. Overall series, I would say it's probably a 4. Now, that first book, it was like, like, what's going on? This is nuts. Like, this is crazy. But the second and the third book, I absolutely loved it. Like, I'm excited thinking about it because I legit did not like the first book, and I was just contemplating, like, not even finishing that series. And it gave me nothing but opportunity to finish it, and I loved that series. It was pretty cool, like, to think about how the magic system works and how she just wrote the love story of it. It was just like, I don't know. It was just kind of crazy. It was wild. But I really did enjoy that. I really did. Really, really enjoyed that. So next we have How to End a Love Story. And I really think that this is the book where it started, my book slump started. Honestly, I think this is the book where my book slump started, and this is where everything like goes downhill from there. And I personally am reading this book, and I was just like, to the point where I really want to reread this. Because it was not a bad book. Like, the beginning part, I remember exactly what's going on. Like, I remember it's cool. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. But I don't even remember what I rated this. This is probably going to be a reread for me. So I did read it, though. I did read it this month. I remember it. Just not everything. Like, I do remember it. Like, especially like the beginning part of like how her sister, so like it has a lot of grief in this. Like, I do remember this. It's just very like, oh man. But then it just ends like, okay, like, it's cool. Like, she was a screenwriter, and he was like helping her, and they move. Like, her parents, they are like, man, read the book though. Read the book. It's definitely a good book. I probably would just go hit like that 50% mark and reread that part and not reread the whole book. But I did read the book. I don't want to rate it right now, but right now I would say it's probably a 4-star for me. Just off like the beginning part of what I really, really remember, because the book slump just was taking it down, and I feel like it had so much potential. That's why I picked it up in the first place. But that's cool. And our last and final book, I did get to finish 5 Broken Blades. this month, and y'all, never read a fantasy and put it down, go read romance, and then come back to this. Because I feel like it kind of like reflected in my rating of this book, because I read it last month at the end of the month, and then my audiobook got returned on Libby, so it was like more of a issue than anything. So I ended up getting it back. I actually like the book. The book is a great fantasy book. Now, is it a lot of world building? Yes. Is it a lot of POVs? Yes. If you cannot take a 5 to 6 person POV, I just suggest you not to read it, because at one point I thought it was one person, then it ended up being the next person, then it ended up being somebody else. So if you cannot read a multiple POV, I do not suggest you to pick this book up. It has a lot of POVs. It has a lot of world building. It has a lot of politics. So like, just like the different kingdoms and stuff. Well, it's not a kingdom, is it? Is it kingdoms? I don't know if it's necessarily kingdoms, but this is actually a good book. Got it off of TikTok, and I did see this book. No, I didn't. I seen this book in Barnes and Noble, and y'all know I am a sucker for sprayed edges. Look at those beautiful sprayed edges. And I picked it up, and I absolutely loved it. This was a 3-star book for me. It just had too many point of views that it was like too much wrecking my brain, to the point where I was just like, okay, yeah, no, I can't. And then I ended up putting it down, and it kind of made it worse. So, not a bad book. 3-star for me. Loved it. Thumbs up for me. Thumbs up. But I have a fairly light TBR for next month. But you guys will have to see that in the next video. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn that post notification bell on. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.